Is this a sign that, actually the public will now be listened to and that protest works?
Well, I think that's the take-home message. It has to be. I mean, this hotel, as Anna was outlining there, has been used for housing asylum seekers since 2020, with some periods in which it wasn't. And yet, it was only as soon as we've seen in recent weeks, thousands of people turning up outside the Bell demonstrating overwhelmingly peacefully, but with some unpleasant violence around the edges, that this has forced the issue that you've seen the council really push this, and that also that it's become an issue of national importance. I think whilst we wait to see what will happen with this particular case, whether it is going to be firmly appealed, whether or not it's going to have kind of a knock-on impact for other hotels which are used for the same thing across the country, it's quite clear now that the public in these areas are not going to put up with this anymore. We're seeing these protests crop up everywhere. We're seeing them crop up, incidentally, not even just around asylum hotels. The protests recently in Waterlooville that were addressed by Suella Braverman, that relates to a block of flats that were going to be handed over for asylum applicants. And in general, what's become abundantly clear is that the public in these areas have noticed something that the government didn't really want them to notice, which is that our asylum system, because it's become so dysfunctional, has effectively become a kind of funnel for illegal migration, and quite a dangerous one at that. It does nothing to smear everyone who's in one of those hotels to suggest that people who are willing to enter a country illegally might be willing to commit other crimes. They might also be fleeing charges in other countries that they have left, or arriving from countries with not, shall we say, entirely enlightened views when it comes to women or sexual assault or what have you. So the public have noticed that now. They're not willing to put up with it. And I think the one thing that the government is now going to have to reckon with is that this is not just about the hotels either. All of these things are essentially downstream from the fact that the government, successive governments, have lost control of the border. And until they get a grip on that, the unrest is going to continue, I think.